Hey everyone, it's Coach Rowe. I'm back with another Tuesday night message for you guys, and it's a good one tonight. You can't steer a dark ship. But before we get into that, uh, I just want to share with you who I am. Like I said, my name's Coach Rowe, and a lot of people have a life coach to help them live life. Well, I'm a lifesaver. See, most people have a life coach to help them to live their life. I actually help people save their life because here's what I know. We're only given so many minutes on this earth, and I want to help people get the most of them instead of waste them. And a lot of that has to do, how do we get the most of it? We get the most out of them by living at the healthiest way we can, to having a healthy lifestyle, and to have a mind shift towards a positive way of thinking instead of a negative way. So that's what I do. I'm committed to that. That's my purpose. I love doing it. I love helping people get healthy. I love helping people with their minds have a mind shift. And I call it a mind shift even more than a mindset, because you can have a negative mindset. And if you can shift it towards a positive mind shift, and it's a complete shift in your thinking, then your whole life can change. So that's what I love to do, and that's what I'm here for tonight. And I just want to get on here, and I want to share a message with you about you can't steer a dark ship. Now, what do I mean by that? We see these cruise ships, or we see these big ocean liners, and we see these even Navy ships, and they're beautiful ships, but when they're docked, they're just stationary. They're stuck there. They get it all ready. They put the best. They put the food on there for the ship. They get all the passengers on there. They have all the employees on there. They have all the fuel on there. They have the best technology that money can buy to steer the ship. But the captain of the ship could be up in the front, and if he can't turn the wheel, he can turn the wheel from left to right, and the ship doesn't move, because you can't steer a dark ship. It has to be moving. And I think that a lot of times that's with us, when we want to change our way how we think, and we want to change the way we eat, and we want to try a nutritional plan, and we want to try a wealth plan, a health plan. What do? We get all ready to go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm just waiting. I'm ready. And we don't do anything. A lot of times we just wait till Monday. Can you imagine if you were supposed to your ship was supposed to leave, you're going on a cruise, and the ship was supposed to leave on Wednesday, and they said, you know what, we're going to leave on Monday. And you're already on the ship. They leave when they say they're going to leave, but they can't leave if they stay docked. So we have to make a move. And that's the first thing a ship has to do. It has to move. And that's the first thing you have to do if you want to start changing your lifestyle and living a healthier lifestyle, and maybe losing weight if you have to. Which reminds me, if you're interested in trying a 3-day product experience pack that we have, you can click on the link below. It'll be in the comments. And if you're interested in learning more about what we do, coach people with mind shift and wellness, there'll be a link for that too. And I'll bring that up again at the end. But here's what I know. The only way that ship can leave is if the engines get started, so you have to get started. They have to pull the ropes off the dock, and it has to move out. But here's what else I know. It can't do it by itself. There's a little ship that pulls the boat out. There's a pilot that gets in the ship, takes over for the captain, and he brings it away from the dock, and he brings it out into the ocean. Why? Because the captain's not familiar with that area. He doesn't know where every port, how you're going to bring the ship in and all that. So they have a guy specifically to do that, to coach them in, to bring them in so they can dock the ship. And sometimes that's what we need. See, when we leave, when we get moved, when we start doing something new, we can't always figure it out by ourselves. And that's why we get stuck. But if you had a coach, if you had somebody to pilot you away from where you are to where you want to go, it makes it that much easier. And that's what we do. We help people get them from the dock and get them moving. And that's what you have to do. If you want to change your lifestyle, if you want to change your thinking, you have to move. You can't stay where you are now, because things will never change. Can you imagine getting on a cruise ship and the thing stayed there for 7 days? And at the end of the ship, they say, okay, at the end of the trip, they say, okay, get off. Nothing changed. For 7 days, they stayed in the same place. But so many times we stay there our whole lives. We never, ever move. So the first thing, if you want to steer a ship, is you have to get it moving. If you want to change your life, first thing you have to do is you have to get moving. Second thing you have to do is you have to get somebody to help coach you, because you can't always do it by yourself. You can't, sometimes it's a big change for people. They got to go from eating junk or not eating at all, or drinking soda to drinking water. There's so many things that they have to do that they can't do it by themselves. And sometimes you just need somebody to help you. That's what we do. That's what I love doing. I love helping people. Like that pilot steers the ship away from the port. We help steer people away from the port so they can start living a healthy lifestyle. And here's what else I know. A lot of times, sometimes with the cruise ships, but a lot of times with the Navy ships, when those big Navy ships with all the sailors are going out, they're going to be leaving. You can see, they show it a lot of times. They're docked, right? And there's family members and there's friends and there's all these people standing there. And they're waving to them. And a lot of them are crying and a lot of them are sad. Why? Because they don't want them to leave. See, when you start changing your life, when you pull away from the port, when you start moving and you're able to steer away from where you are to where you want to go to your destination, guess what? There's going to be friends and family members that are going to be telling you, don't go, don't do that. You don't want to change your eating habits. Come on, you don't want to go out. You don't want to go out eating junk with us. You don't want to go out drinking with us every night. Oh, you're listening to positive stuff. You're trying to, why are you doing that? It's just a waste of time. Don't go. Stay here. And there's people that are going to be upset that you're leaving. But you can't turn back. I've never seen a ship turn back because people were crying on the shore. But a lot of times what we do is we cave into those people's opinions. We cave into their emotions. We cave into what they think about us. And we end up canceling the trip. And we just come back in and we park the ship and we park our lives right there and we never ever move. But here's what else I know. As that ship's heading towards its destination, there's going to be some waves. They're going to have to make some detours. They're going to have to steer the boat in a different direction. There's going to be some storms, sometimes a hurricane, sometimes some high winds. When you go when you go to change your life and you're on that trip, there's going to be some of that for you too. I'm not here to tell you it's easy. I'm here to tell you it's going to be worth it. Because not everything in life that's hard is worth it, but anything in life that's worth it is going to be hard. So to make some changes, if you've never made them before, it's going to take some changes. Look, I wish I could tell you an easier way. I can't. That's just the way it is. You don't think when that captain's steering that ship with thousands of people on it, $1 billion worth of equipment and all that stuff, and he's responsible for every one of those people. Sometimes he has to go right into the storm. You don't think he wishes there was an easy way to do it, but he knows if he goes through the storm, if he gets into the storm, he's going to go through the storm and he's going to make it to his destination. And it's the same with you. As you start your weight loss journey, if you start your health journey, if you start your mindset journey, mind shift journey, guess what it's going to do? You're going to have to go in the storm to go through it to get to the other side. But you just got to believe it's going to work. So listen, now the ship's going, right? It's got a destination. You have a destination. You have a goal. What do you want to achieve with your life? If it's you want to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? Don't think about I'll be happy with this, about that. Listen, can you imagine a ship? Well, I think I'll land about here. I'll dock about here. They know exactly where they're going to dock. They know exactly what time they're going to dock. They know exactly what day they're going to dock. They know exactly how much food they need. They know exactly how much fuel they're going to need. And that's what you have to do. You have to have a definite purpose. You have to have a definite destination of what you want to achieve. Don't settle for mediocrity. Have a definite purpose, definite goal. So now, remember I talked about the people crying because your friends and family talking negative. They don't want you to leave. Why? Just stay here with us. We need a drinking buddy. Listen, you can find 11 people to go drinking with you, but you can't find one to help you change your life. It's funny how that works. And they all want you to stay. And a lot of times we just give up. But here's what I know. As that ship's going to its destination, and guess what? It's going to get to the other port, but it can't leave the port. It can't get to its destination, or it can't get to the next port until it leaves the port that it's at. See, a ship can't get to a port until it leaves a port. You can't get to your results. You can't get to what you want to achieve in your life until you leave the port that you're at, the one that you've been stuck at. And then when they get to that port, when they finally get to that port and they dock that ship and the pilot ship comes out and they coach them in, they pilot them in, they park it there because, again, they're not familiar with that. And that's what a coach helps you do. It helps you get to your destination and they don't leave you there. Guess who's waiting for them? There's people waiting on the dock for them. There's people waiting for them to arrive. There's people that are yelling and cheering for them. Can't wait to see them. They're so happy that they're there. They're just excited. Now you see, instead of tears of sadness because they left, the tears of joy because they made it to their destination, because they left the port, they left what was behind them to go see what was ahead of them. And guess what? Those people are welcoming them with open arms. Why? Because they want to be around them. Some of them are family members, some of them are friends. But guess what? with you, some of those people that are going to be waiting for you to get to the other side are going to be people that are going through what you're going through right now, and they're waiting to see if you're going to make it. They're waiting to see if you have the guts to make it, to make the whole trip. And once you make it, your story, whatever it is, mind shift story, wellness story, weight loss story, whatever it is, your story was given to you so you can get results in order for them, those people on that dock, for them to hear your message. Because your message was meant for them, but the only way you can do it is to leave the dock. One dock, you land at the other dock. The people are waiting for you there. They're happy to see you. They're excited about what you've done. Congratulations, you made it. You achieved your goals. You told us you were going to do it. You overcame adversity. You went through the storm. You did whatever it took. And I'm telling you, it's going to be hard because change isn't easy. See, here's what we do. We listen to everybody that tells us what we want to hear. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. You have to have the guts to leave the dock you're at. You have to have the guts to go through the storm. You have to have the guts to go the distance, whatever it is. For some people, it's going to be a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Some people, it's a lifetime. It's a lifestyle change. But you have to make changes. You have to be willing to make changes. You have to be willing to leave the negative people behind. You have to be willing to leave the negative friends behind. You have to be willing to leave the negative family behind. Sometimes you're going to be willing to leave the people you grow up with because sometimes you outgrow them. But here's what I'm telling you. When you get to the other side, when you dock that when they bring that ship in and it's docked and you get off that ship, when you get to that port where you're going and you're feeling good and you have energy and you have your attitude changes, there's people on the other side just waiting to see you. And can you imagine how good you're going to feel when you made it? When you made it to the other side, when you're changing people's lives with your story because you refuse to quit. So here's what I'm telling you. Just like you can't steer a dock ship, you can't change a sedentary life. You can't change a life that's stuck in the same place day in and day out, doing the same things over and over and over again. You have to be willing to leave port in order to get to a port. So listen, my name's Coach Rowe. Remember this, only you can set your ship moving. Only you can do it. And once you make the decision to do it, there'll be plenty of people to help you. No matter what storm you go through, whatever it takes to get there, we'll help you get there. And if you're interested in us helping you, if you're interested in our 3-day experience pack, because a lot of times, listen, we stay docked. I'll tell you this before I go, we stay docked. Why? Because we've tried so many things before and we've hit rough seas before, and maybe we've wasted money before, or we've invested in things and they didn't work out. And we say, you know something, I'm not getting on that ship anymore. I'm going to stay docked right here. And I'm just going to live an average life. I don't want to get healthy anymore because I'm giving up. So that's why what we have is a 3-day product experience pack. So you can try it for 3 days to see if it's for you. You're going to get 6 meal replacements, some tablets. You're going to get my coaching. I'll follow up with you with text, phone, or email, whatever you prefer. And I'll be your pilot. I'll be your coach. I'll be the one that takes you from the dock that you're leaving to your destination. So if you're willing to do that, if you want the help, if you've had enough, if you're willing to make changes in your life, here's what I'm telling you. Click on the link below and let's get you started, because here's what I know. You can never steer a dock ship and you can never change a sedentary life. My name's Coach Rowe. I will talk to you guys next Tuesday night. I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I want you to have the best night ever, have the best week ever, and let's go change some lives. I look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks.